I'm Kevin America. Welcome to our class. Today we're going to talk about a new verb tense. This verb tense is going to be the future continuous. Let's write that. Check it out. The future continuous. So how do we use the future tense? It looks like this. Remember, this is now, right? This is the past. And this is the future. And that's our timeline. So we use the future continuous to say something that will be happening when something happens. Aha! That's basically it. But we still have some things to learn here, okay? So what will be happening when something happens? Let's look. I will be eating when you call. So, here we go. I'm talking about the future, and I'm talking to my friend, and I say, hey, will you call me tonight? Sure, I'll call you tonight. Good, call me tonight about 7. I'll be eating. Actually, I will be eating when you call. If you call at 7 o'clock, then I'm going to begin eating at 6:30. 6:30, and I'm going to finish eating at 7:30. So I'm going to eat for 1 hour. And somewhere between, in the middle of a process that will be happening, you call. Okay, that's basically it. But let's look at something interesting. How come if this is an event in the future, why don't I say you will call? Or you are going to call? Well, there's one rule we have to know about a future tense. We're going to use a different color for that rule. Check it out. Definitely no future in time clauses. You never put a future in a time clause. What is a time clause? Well, a clause is a piece of a sentence. It could be the whole thing. She goes to the beach. Good, that's a great clause, right? But here, we've got the clause when you call. If I say when, then you know that's a time clause. Let's think about it as a when clause, okay? So you can never use a future. Instead of future, you want to use a present tense. So, a simple present tense. I will be eating when you call. I will be eating when she calls. You see? So instead of a future, you never say, I will be eating when you will call. Nope. No way. You never say it. And we have that when there to tell you that it's a time clause. It tells you when something will happen. But let's look at a few other words that tell you you've got a time clause on your hands. Check it out. So if you see the word clause that begins with when or while, I will be eating while you call. I will be eating before you call. I will be eating after you call. These are all words that tell you there's a time clause. By the time you call. That tells you there's a time clause there. I will be eating as soon as you call. Excuse me. As soon as you call. What else? I will be eating if. Let's use a conditional as a time clause. I will be eating unless you call. You see, these are all words that tell you that whatever follows is a time clause. When you call, while you call, before you call, after you call, by the time. You can never say, I will be eating as soon as you will call. Nope, because no future in time clauses. And these words tell you you're about to have a time clause. I will be eating when you call. So, as soon as we realize we're in a time clause, then we know that present tense verb actually is the future. You just have to know that, okay? So let's get to some examples. How do we use this future continuous? Ba-ba-da-ba-da, no future in time clauses. Okay, let's make some sentences. She is going to be, that's the verb, is going to be walking. She is going to be walking when, we have time, when we arrive. How about that? She is going to be walking when we arrive. How about that? So she is going to be walking when we arrive. All right, so whatever it is, there's one thing that's happening in the future, and we're using the future continuous to describe the process that will be happening when something happens. All right? If we don't have that, if we don't have two pieces, then you just use the simple future. She will arrive. She will walk. That's all, okay? So now let's talk about something else. What if this interruption isn't an interruption at all? What if it's just a time? Let's see. I start eating at 6:30. I will begin eating at 6:30, and I'm going to finish eating at 7:30. So at 6 o'clock. So let's look. So instead of something when an event happens, let's use a time instead of an event. She, how about they? I love it. They will be going to. Will be going to. Same thing, okay? They will be, because you must have the verb to be plus ing, they will be sleeping at 10 p.m. Now you see, what happens is that suddenly that X, right? What will be happening when this happens, that X is not an event, it's just a time. So let's read it again. They will be sleeping at 10 p.m. So when 10 p.m. arrives, we know in the future, right? This is now. When 10 p.m. arrives later tonight, we know what they will be doing. They will be sleeping at 10 p.m. As simple as that. So I will be eating when you call. She is going to be walking when we arrive. And they will be sleeping at 10 p.m. That's how you use a simple future tense. It's as simple as that. All right, I'm Kevin America, and thank you for a great class.